Hello students, in this video we'll talk about the ionic basis of the phases of the action potential of a cardiac muscle fiber. The learning outcome would be we need to outline the ionic basis of the phases of the action potential of a cardiac muscle fiber. We'll start with the phase 4. Phase 4 is the resting membrane potential of the myocardial contractile cell, which is about minus 90 millivolts. The action potential, which is recorded from a single cardiac muscle fiber, is quite long and is divided into 5 distinct phases. So we start with the first phase, which is the phase 0. So when the membrane potential reaches the threshold level, there is the change in the voltage from minus 90 millivolts, it moves up till plus 20 millivolts. And this phase is called as the phase 0, or we call it as the rapid depolarization phase. Now this rapid depolarization is due to the rapid opening of the voltage gated sodium channels, which are also called as the fast sodium channels, and this causes the rapid influx of sodium ions. So sodium entry into the cell will rapidly depolarize the cell membrane, and the membrane potential will become more positive and will reach up till plus 20 to plus 30 millivolts, at which the sodium channels will close. Now coming to the next phase, which is the phase 1, where you see a small dip in the membrane potential. So now it is the membrane potential is changed from plus 20 millivolts and reaches up to minus 10 millivolts. So this phase is called as the initial rapid repolarization phase, which follows the phase 0, which is the rapid depolarization. And this occurs due to the opening of the potassium channels. These are the voltage gated potassium channels, also called as the fast potassium channels, which causes the efflux of potassium ions. So potassium leaves the cell and the cells begin to repolarize. There is also closure of the voltage gated sodium channels in this phase. Coming to the next phase, which is called as the phase 2, which is also called as the plateau phase. Now, the plateau phase is maintained by the activation or opening of the sarcolemmal L-type calcium channels, also called as the slow calcium channels. And there will be influx of calcium ions. So this causes the opening of the voltage gated calcium channels, which are the slow calcium channels, causes slow inward diffusion of calcium, which is primarily responsible for the plateau phase of the action potential. There is also potassium efflux, but the potassium permeability is slightly reduced because some fast potassium channels close. So there is a combination of calcium influx and potassium efflux, which causes the action potential to flatten out. Coming to the next phase, which is the phase 3. Phase 3, you observe the fall in the membrane potential, which comes back to the resting state, and we call the phase as the repolarization phase or the rapid falling phase. So this results from the inactivation of the calcium channels, which were opened during the phase 2, and it is also caused by the opening of the voltage gated potassium channels, which are called as the slow potassium channels. The potassium channels are slow potassium channels which are activated by depolarization but are slow to open. When these channels open, potassium moves out. There is efflux of potassium, there is rapid efflux of potassium, returning the cell membrane potential to the resting state. So there are two changes occurring in the phase 3, that is opening of the slow voltage gated potassium channels and closure of the voltage gated calcium channels. The next phase is phase 4, which is the resting membrane potential. The membrane is more permeable to potassium than to sodium, and the membrane potential will be closer to the potassium equilibrium potential, which is minus 90 millivolts. volts. So the resting membrane potential is maintained by the resting potassium current. But there were changes in the ionic composition, that is during phase 0 there is sodium influx and during phase 3 there is potassium efflux. So the ionic composition of the ECF and the ICF were changed, which is restored by the sodium potassium ATPase pump. And these are the changes which are seen during phase 4. So to summarize, we have the 5 phases: phase 0, phase 1, 2, 3 and 4. Phase 0 is called as the rapid depolarization phase, which is due to the fast inward current of sodium. There is influx of sodium through the voltage gated sodium channels. Phase 1 is the initial rapid repolarization. There is transient outward potassium current. Outward refers to the efflux of potassium due to the opening of the voltage gated potassium channels. Phase 2 is the plateau phase, which is mainly due to the slow inward calcium current, and inward refers to influx of calcium and the channels are the slow voltage gated calcium channels. Phase 3 refers to the repolarization, mainly due to the slowly activating or delayed rectifying outward potassium current. There is outward potassium current refers to efflux of potassium and occurs through the slow voltage gated potassium channels. Phase 4 refers to the resting membrane potential, the ionic composition which was altered during depolarization and repolarization is restored by the sodium potassium ATPase pump and brings it closer to the potassium equilibrium potential because the membrane is more permeable to potassium than to sodium. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and comment on the video and do subscribe to my channel Simple Concepts in Medical Physiology for more videos.